There's a lot more to get into as well, but look, there is only one place to start: the chaotic, last gasp VAR drama at Anfield, the huge talking point as far as the rules are concerned. Manchester City scored a third goal. It was reviewed by VAR. The goal was ruled out. Szoboszlai sent off, a free kick given. Dermot, why wouldn't you just let the goal stand? Come on, common sense.
Do you want to have your rant and then I'll bring a bit of sanity back to it?
No, you go first. You go first.
Can we play it? I'll show you.
Go on.
It's really, really intriguing. Because,
let it roll.
If you watch here, Cherki, watch the referee. There's a foul. He sees that. He lets play go on because he thinks it's going to be a goal. But as you see, Szoboszlai gets fouled. Certainly gets fouled, and because he gets fouled, this is it. The referee, he sees this one. He lets it go on. But he doesn't see this one because O'Reilly, I think it is in his way, blocks his path. But there's the foul. Let it go on. Szoboszlai gets in front. There's the second foul. Without doubt, Szoboszlai will argue like mad that he's fouled. He will want a free kick. And that's why it is, because the VAR points out to the referee, well, you can't give a goal because Szoboszlai's fouled. You can go back further because there's the original foul, and the original foul stops Haaland having a goal-scoring opportunity, so it's a red card.
Listen, like Derm said there, like Gary Neville said there, it didn't change. There was no change of the outcome. Man City were already winning, right? Now, obviously, you've seen Haaland get pulled back initially. The ball's going and got. I'm not even sure Szoboszlai can stop the ball from going in. So, again, like most people think, they should have just let it go, because the only person that's got punished here is Liverpool and Szoboszlai, because he's going to miss a game now. I think everyone, the game was a great game anyway. They just could have let this go. Yes, it's a foul, he's pulled him back, but I'm really not sure he would get there. Maybe he would, but because it didn't change the state of the game, just let it go.
The confusing thing is as well, look, how can it be denying of a goal-scoring opportunity because a goal is scored, Dermot?
Well,
that's the thing.
He denied Haaland, didn't he? It was actually Cherki. That's what people forget. It was Cherki who shot. Haaland. It wasn't Haaland who shot there. It was Cherki in his own half. But he denies Haaland, doesn't he? Because Haaland's on the run. He pulls Haaland back. But I feel for the referee in this situation, honestly, because, as I say, because he arcs his run, O'Reilly gets his way. He doesn't see the second foul. If he just saw the second foul and blown, which he didn't see the foul, if he sees that and blows, the ball's not gone in the net. They go back and send Haaland off. It's job done. But unfortunately, Nico O'Reilly comes across him. He doesn't see that. And we had this situation where it ends up in the net. Szoboszlai is fouled. There's no doubt about that. And you have to default back to the original.
As well, do you know what gave it away as well? I don't know if we can bring it back, but it was Szoboszlai's reaction to the whole situation.
100%.
He was just laughing. He's like, just let it go. Himself, it just looked like, just let the goal happen. Yeah, again, foul there. Haaland's fouled him back. The goal could have gone in, but when you see his reaction of getting the red card, he's got a smile on his face. He's laughing like, what's football come to? No one wants to see this. But listen,
you would fancy him to get back there, wouldn't you? Because he's dragged back there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, but it's not. I'm not 100% sure he's going to get it.
No, but he stands a good chance.
He stands a good chance. But I mean, listen, like I said, the state of the game isn't going to be changed by that.
Why doesn't the advantage last?
Look, this is what I mean. Look, he's looking at it. Haaland's even gone to the referee saying, "Listen, do you really need to send him off?"
He's actually gone and said, "It's my goal."
Yeah, I suppose there is that. Look, the aim of these decisions, this is to get the right and fair outcome. Could football maybe learn from rugby here? Maybe bring in a deliberate action preventing a try means a penalty try is awarded? What do you reckon?
I mean, I don't watch. Sorry, Hayley, I got no idea about rugby. But if that means just let it go, right, for the penalty goal, is that what you're trying to say?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Then I think it's common sense. Just let it go, because the goal was going to happen and it would have stopped Szoboszlai getting a red card. We know the rules are the rules. We know that. Let me just say that the rules are the rules, and I know that's what you're going to say.
No.
And I know that's. I mean. But sometimes you look at situations like that and you just say common sense. But then, off air, we was talking about it. to some of our colleagues, and they were saying that if that goal is given, and at the end of the season, it comes down to goal difference, you know, obviously, you know, whoever's at the top and whoever's going for the league, maybe Arsenal, are going to look back at this and say, that shouldn't be given.
I think the one good thing that come out of it, though, with the goal being disallowed, it didn't affect the result. You know?
It didn't, but had it have affected the result, what would the reaction been from City? It could have been 1-1. City were denied the goal. Look, huge implications for the title race.
Yeah, then it would have been a real big problem. It would have been a real big problem because, again, I mean, we're going back to it. I keep alluding to it. It just didn't need to go this way. I know what you always say. You don't like to do ifs. We don't like to do ifs, so let's just keep it simple. The game was 2-1 in the end. It went the right way. I think the better team won in the end, but this whole situation did not need to happen.
End of.
Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Derms? That's what you're going to say. That's what it all comes down to at the end of the day.
I felt for the ref, honestly, because I can imagine that if he'd have given a goal there, Szoboszlai and his colleagues would have been jumping all over the ref.
I don't think they would have, because it's still 2-1.
Well, he was up like a rocket, wasn't he, saying I've been fouled?
Until he realised he was going to get a red card.
Well, that is I always thought that was a great diffuser when a red card comes out.
Look, Arne Slot as well, he directly criticised the PGMO for the decision not to send Marc Guehi off. Having a look at this, he was booked for pulling Mo Salah's shirt. VAR said he didn't deny him an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. So, Dermot, is this where the word obvious in denying that comes into play?
Yeah, I think this is possible, Hayley. I think it's not obvious, and that's why it goes from a red card to a yellow card. It's a foul. It's also outside the penalty area. I actually think Mo Salah's quite happy to receive the foul. You know, he goes down. Dias is coming across. Dias is very, very fast. He's coming across. You see his arc in his run. So I think it goes from obvious to possible, and that's why a yellow card's produced and not a red.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And when you look at Salah as well, he's turned. He could have been stronger. He could have stayed on his feet. I think Salah thought that he was actually in the penalty area, and that's why he went down easily. But like Dermot said there, I think Dias would have come over. He would have slid. And then, like you said, it's a possible goal-scoring opportunity. It's not obvious. And to be honest, knowing the way Salah plays, I think he probably would have took a touch inside and then tried to finish it. But I think it's the right outcome. I don't think that's an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Right. Let's look at a foul that led to Manchester City's penalty then. Alisson brought down Matheus Nunes. The ball's out of play before he hits the ground. What does the referee consider in this case? Come on, Dermot.
Well, it's foul. I don't even think Alisson has to make this challenge, to be honest, because I think the ball will run away. I don't think he'll get that ball. Yeah. But it's a foul. And if you look, the ball's in play when he commits that foul. And that's the key thing. If the ball's out of play, he can't give a penalty, but the ball is in play. It's out of play when he hits the ground, but it's in play when he's taken out.
Yeah, I completely agree. Alisson didn't need to make that challenge at all. And you would think a player of his experience, he would just kind of, even if he comes out and just like shepherds the ball out, he didn't need to go down to the there. I don't think Nunes was even going to get there. It's a poor decision from Alisson, but it's the right decision from the officials. It was definitely a penalty.
7 wins, 3 draws, no losses in the last 10 matches against Chelsea in all competitions. They've scored 22, they've only conceded the 9. We talked about things kind of changing for Arsenal this month, in particular conceding more goals than we used to, but also scoring more goals. It just felt like a huge sigh of relief for them, didn't it, when Kai Havertz scored?
Yeah, again, I didn't really feel that they were under that much pressure. It was just more of a tactical battle. We're going to stop you, you're going to stop us. No one was really good with any quality going forward. And then, again, talk to Chelsea's negativity in terms of buying young, trying to develop these players. Look what Arsenal have on the bench, ready-made, quality players that they can come in and impact the game. And when you've got young players like Chelsea, I don't use it as an excuse because they keep buying young, but you bring on the likes of Esteval and Garnacho, and you're hoping they can perform well. When you bring on a Havertz,
In a thrilling Premier League clash at Anfield, Manchester City edged out Liverpool 2-1 amid heated controversy over refereeing decisions. Former referee Dermot Gallagher weighed in on a key incident where Crystal Palace loanee Marc Guehi, on loan at City, pulled Mohamed Salah's shirt inside the box. Many Liverpool fans demanded a red card, arguing it denied a clear goal-scoring opportunity. However, Gallagher defended the yellow card ruling, stating that Ruben Dias provided sufficient defensive cover, making it fall short of a sending-off offence. He emphasized that the VAR review was correct in not escalating the punishment, though he acknowledged the frustration for the Reds, who felt hard done by in a match that could swing the title race. Shifting to the chaotic stoppage-time drama, Gary Neville blasted VAR for ruining one of the great moments, when Dominic Szoboszlai received a straight red card for pulling Erling Haaland, leading to the disallowance of Rayan Cherki's stunning halfway-line goal for City. Neville, on Sky Sports commentary, fumed that officials unraveled the sequence unfairly, ignoring an advantage play and killing the excitement. "You've just killed one of the great moments of the season," he said, highlighting how the decision turned a potential iconic strike into a free kick and ejection, leaving Liverpool down to 10 men as City held on for victory. The incident sparked widespread debate on VAR's role in modern football, with calls for clearer guidelines. Please like and subscribe.